Right, it is a overcast late March day, but it's very pleasant, quite warm in fact. I haven't had time to do much videos or anything in the garden, but I'm taking a week off from renovating a new house. So what have I been doing? I've just got like 3 hours in the morning to get some crucial stuff done this week on the 2 till 10 shift. We've got a big empty pot, so that means a palm has gone in the ground. We've got a load of cannas that I've just potted up that I dug out. But first of all, I want to just sneak up on the old pond and see what the frogs are up to. Because if I very slowly, I don't know if we can see, we've got loads of frog spawn and loads of frogs there. They are mainly spawned now. There's a couple of fat ones still to go, but yeah, plenty of frog spawn this year. Love hearing that sound of them croaking. I will be taking the shelters off this week. So the arid bed, the shelter here, probably tackle that tomorrow, and the shelter over the centre bed. But yeah, we've got a big mess down the bottom of the garden here. We'll look into the Brahea armata in a minute, because I did have a load of cannas stuck in the corner back here, behind a Camerops Humulus, which I've removed because I've already got too many in the garden. I've got another row of 3 here, and there's a 4th in the ground here, which I just dug up and managed to nearly break my spade in the process. Twisted it right round, not quite broken but not far off. Yeah, that was tough to get out. These are all the leaves I cut off. We'll have a look at that at the end of the video. I've potted that up. Yeah, must have cut off a good 30 leaves, plus all the pups, to give it a chance, because I weren't really fussed about getting too much roots. If it dies, it dies, but I've potted it up anyway. I just want to yank it out. So what have I put in this place? Well, we had a lot of, like I say, we've already got 3 Camerops Humulus along here. We've already got a Waggy, and we've got a Fortunae. So we had a lot of palmate palms. So I thought we'd have a pinnate palm there instead. So we've got the Camerops Humulus out, and we've got a queen palm gone in. So this has been outside all winter in a pot. I say outside, it's under one of the shelters, but still full force of winter. Still got all the temperatures, just kept a bit drier. And yes, not looking brilliant, but it's got a leaf unfolding there, and we've got another spear coming there, so that'll give me a bit of contrast to all the palmate leaves, and have a bit of a pinnate palm there instead. I have pulled out all the palms that were in the summer house, so they're dotted about at the minute. I've got the mule palm, or Butiagris airspader there. That's the one that's been in the hothouse. That will be going in the garden, but not this week. That's just going to stay in the pot probably for a month or so. Like I say, I'm tight for time at the minute, but I need to take the greenhouse down, and that'll be a new raised bed that'll be going in. But yeah, all the other palms are out. So we've got another queen palm here. I've tried to pick a week where it's been mild, no frosts, and something that's not too sunny. So I mean, we're getting sunny spells, but you know, I don't want to burn the leaves up because they've been effectively inside. So the queen palm, Butiagris, we've got a canary in a pot here. We've got one of the fancy cordylines, elephantites. We've got a Brahea odorata, which I dug out the garden last year. I didn't even know it was dug up. Put it in quite a small pot, and it's still looking really good. And then we've got the little Brahea hybrid there, which will be going in the same bed as the Butiagris aerospava when that's done. Right, so the big job really was getting the Brahea armata in. So that's the first of the main plantings in the centre bed, other than the Princeps that I transplanted last year. So that's all autumn and winter to settle in. Still got to cut some leaves off that. But yeah, the Brahea armata, the fronds are still sort of roughly tied up at the moment. I just want to get it in position. So I have raised it up a bit. So we've got this easy border here. The grass does need cutting. I haven't cut up this year yet, which is about 4 inches high. So the whole centre bed is slightly raised from garden level, and then we've raised it again another 4 inches just for the Brahea armata, with that circular raised area, just to help drainage a bit. I mean, to be fair, drainage is not a problem in my garden. It is good topsoil to about a foot, pretty good stuff. It's sort of, it is sandy but still pretty good, full of worms. But so the drainage, yeah, get down about a foot and it's just pretty much pure sand, so the drainage is good, so I don't really need to worry about improving the soil too much or having it raised up a huge amount. I'll just keep the immediate area around the trunk a little bit drier in the winter, so we don't get any sort of canker or rot around the base. Like I say, the drainage actually in the garden is pretty good. Yeah, so this side, as I was obviously very careful with the Brahea armata, they've got very sensitive roots. If you lumped a big palm like this down into a hole, there's a good chance you could kill it just by lumping it down. They're that sensitive, so I was really careful. I got Mrs. Palms to give me a hand. So we gently trolleyed it down to this end of the garden. We laid it out flat here, managed to gently manipulate the pot off, and then between the two of us we slowly lowered it into the hole, so really sort of minimal root disturbance, I hope. And then I've backfilled it just with I haven't put compost or anything like that in, just the garden soil and the horse manure that's been sitting here rotten all winter. So that's sort of pretty good stuff now. So that's just backfilled with that, and I've just literally put the hose on it for a good 15 minutes, spraying it all in to make sure there's no air pockets, you know, burping the soil. So obviously I dug a pretty big hole for this. It's at least a third bigger than the actual root ball. I did do it square, which is quite important. So if you've got a pot grown palm where the roots are going round, you don't want to dig a round hole, because the roots will still continue to go round and never really get into the ground properly. They'll go down, but they won't, they'll just continue to spiral round. So it's quite important to dig a square hole, not a round hole. That way, as the roots go round, they hit a straight edge and they'll go straight, and then when they hit the corner of the square dug hole, they will continue to go straight and into the soil rather than just spiral round. Yeah, so that is in. I mean, it's been in this pot since I brought it. I kind of forget when I brought this. It's probably January time, when Urban Jungle had 25% off all their palms, so got a good deal on this. That's £450 for this size. Quite a big palm, 2 big spears in the centre, ready to open up. A couple of the older leaves are dry, but I'll probably cut back the brown on them. The trunk is looking a little bit rough this side. This is where I laid it out and sort of manipulated the pot off, and so we lost a lot of the boots, because they obviously, as they get older, they sort of rot off anyway and fall off but it was looking quite nice up till that point. I may well strip the rest of his boots just to even it up, but I mean, that looks quite nice when you've got a trunk like that. And this is a quite a thick, beefy trunk on this. There's my hand, that's probably nearly 2 foot across there. So that's a big old boy. Yeah, so the dilemma is, you know, from this angle, as you walk up the guard, it does look really nice. I do like the old boots like that, but eventually they are, you know, they are starting to rot and they will fall off. And yeah, you will actually start getting a sort of almost a proper woody trunk at some point when the fibres sort of fall off. But I think I might let nature take its course for now, because I think we're having plantings around here, sort of low level plantings, so you're not really going to notice a trunk that much. Yeah, so first of many new plantings for this year. So we've got that in. That's the Brahea armata. I will untie that, and when I've tidied up, I'll, you know, at some point I'll do a full spring tour once I've sorted out what I want to sort out. We've got the little queen palm in. I've had a change of plan at the back here. I think I might put this bigger queen palm in where the old Tetrapanix stump is. So that's one that was on me. I dug that out and didn't get enough roots. It never really took and died off. So that's coming out. So let's have some height there and get the queen palm in, and that'll be an easier area for me to protect that if I need to over winter. But it'll also get a little bit of natural protection from the very tall cord lines over top, but I'll still get plenty of sun, and yeah, just a decent area to get to if I need to wrap it, rather than where I was going to put it, which is going to be awkward to get to. So yeah, that's another thing to do. Yeah, it does pain me a little bit when you've got really nice green fronds. Very little spotting on this camera ops, but I had to cut a lot off. So let's just wander down and have a look what that looks like. Yeah, on a side note, I have got other stuff to go in here, but the sort of more purpley foliage stuff here. So we've got a Euphorbia Miner's Merlot and some bronze baby Formiums, so sort of bronzy and purpley, which are going to go. So we're going to have a free triangle of the bronze baby, which is a dwarf, hence the name baby, dwarf Formium. So we'll have 3 in a triangle there, and at the front we'll have the nice Euphorbia, purple Euphorbia, and that'll give a good purple contrast to the blue foliage of the palm. Right, so let's just have a quick look at this camrops I dug out. Slowly past the pond so I didn't disturb the frogs too much. I think they're at a point now they're pretty exhausted and not too bothered, but yeah, still croaking away. Right, so this is my sort of rehab area. I've got a lot of plants here, which this is the Camrops cerifera I dug out last year. I just yanked that out and still got a bit of green on it, but looking a bit rough. I don't know if that'll recover. This is the Camrops humus I've just dug out, where the queen palm has gone. Yeah, so like I say, we must have cut off a good 20 odd fronds off that, so we can see a bit of trunk now anyway. We cut the suckers off. Had I won't say a big root ball, but a reasonable root ball. There's plenty of roots on it, so I don't see why that shouldn't recover after a year or so. Yeah, so it's just in a 10-litre pot, so that's what that looks like after winter. Yeah, so yes, I ain't had much time to do anything for the last 2 weekends, and last week I was stuck in renovating the daughter's new house. But yeah, I'm having the mornings off this week, and like I say, tomorrow hopefully I'll have a go at these shelters. I did say it's a bit muggy. I mean, the forecast said we were supposed to get around 14 degrees, I think, but looking at the thermometer, that was up to 19 a little while ago. It's dropped down to 17 now, and that is in the shade here. There's the temperature sensor there. So it's really sunny first thing this morning, but that's just clouded over but muggy. Right, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more spring plantings and updates, and we'll see how this centre bed evolves. Like I say, you make plans and you tend to, all winter you've got all these big plans in your head, and then, you know, when it actually comes to doing it, sometimes you have a last minute change of plan, or you just fancy something different. Nothing wrong with that. Right, this is this was a last minute change, because I was going to put the Butiagris here, but I just thought that's going to get lost, all the green foliage against the Canariensis and a lot of the other green palms at the back here. So that is a last minute sort of change to the Brahea armata with the blue foliage, which does give quite good contrast to the Phoenix Canariensis behind. Yeah, right, I am going now. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.